The HOVR Sonic 4s have been out for quite some time now, but I promised myself that I'd make a review on them no matter what. Here we are, and man, do I have some things to share about these shoes. If you're an Under Armour fan like I am, are into running, and perhaps are just simply curious to know a little bit more about what these shoes have to offer, maintain your focus because we are about to begin. Hey, what's going on? Hopefully you're doing well. If you've been following along my channel, you already know that I've been recently working on my running performances. And my current goal is to run 3 miles in under 20 minutes by the end of this year while maintaining most of my size and strength in the gym. Pretty challenging thing to do given my circumstances, but is exactly why I like it. But hey, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Gabe, and this channel is all about optimizing human performance and potential. Essentially, I share my knowledge, thoughts, and experiences to help others develop their mental and physical strength, confidence, courage, and resilience. So if you're looking to forge your inner iron, subscribe. All right, so before we begin, I do want to point out in saying that I'm not a foot or shoe expert. I currently don't have the best foot and ankle joint health, and I won't settle for giving up either. So if I am to achieve my goal, I'm gonna need some shoes that perform well, are comfortable, and are reasonably priced. And the purpose of this video is to offer you some visuals, as there aren't many out there, discuss some pros and cons, and to help you make that decision as to whether or not these shoes are right for you. So with that being said, let's begin. All right, so these shoes are Under Armour's latest version of the HOVR Sonic line. These shoes are designed for runners who run in the 5 to 10K distances, as they are considered lightweight and responsive. The HOVR foam, originally introduced to this shoe line, is a technology solely designed to offer comfort, reduce impact, offer flexibility, and responsiveness for a snappy and confident ride. The upper mesh offers a unique pattern that allows for breathability and structure for the feet, and has the traditional tongue on the forefoot, which offers light padding for that added comfort. My shoe size for these shoes are size 12, and they weigh approximately 350 grams. And the woman's shoe size that I have here is a size 6.5, which weighs approximately 235 grams. The heel-to-toe drop for the HOVR Sonics are 8 millimeters, just 1 millimeter lower than the HOVR Phantoms. The Sonics offer the option to remove the sock liner in case you desire to place your own orthotics, and provides you with a TPU heel counter for additional support and fit. As of the date of this video, both the men and women styles are currently listed for $110, and they come in various color options. Now, with the specs out of the way, let's talk about the pros, starting with the appearance, which, in my opinion, these shoes are very appealing. They're not in excess of anything and are aesthetic. They look great, simple, clean, and fit well with most of my athletic apparel. There are tons of other running shoes out there that are either too narrow and pointy, have this ridiculous amount of foam, have too much foot support, or just are too loud in style that it kills the idea of simplicity and effectiveness. These shoes, however, achieve that, and very well. The color options available are also simple and match well with most of my gear. Now, I did put these shoes to the test. Since April 2021, I have logged over 300 miles with these shoes, and they took it. As you can see, the rubber outsole endured the trials, but I didn't like how it was adapted to my running mechanics, so I decided to get new ones and in more color variety. So yes, the rubber outsoles are very durable. While we're on the rubber outsole, I have found them to be okay for slippery surfaces. I don't intentionally walk or run on wet surfaces, but in observation, I have had no issues with slippage wearing these. For fitness workouts and lateral movements, I think they performed well. However, I wouldn't recommend them for anything too heavy such as deadlifts or squatting in the 1 to 5 rep range, as they start to become unstable. For these types of workouts, I'd recommend something like these, the Tri-Base Rain 4s, which are specifically designed for these types of workouts. Lastly, the HOVR Sonics do offer that Bluetooth connection, which is great. I just use the tech that it offers and sync it with my Garmin watch to track as much info on my running mechanics and performances. These shoes are not only comfortable for running, but are also comfortable for everyday casual wear and walking. I have noticed that these shoes are slightly wider in the toe box than its previous model, which is a plus, especially for those who have wider feet. The lacing system is okay, but I will say that I really appreciate these shoes having a traditional tongue that is slightly padded to ensure that the laces don't strain too much on your forefoot if you do tie them tight, and the added lacing loophole, which is great because it helps with securing that fit for you should you need it. The biggest plus for me here is that these shoes are great on their own in terms of comfort, but it does have the option to place your insert for your own orthotics. These shoes actually have a high enough heel socket and an effective lacing system that ensures your feet stays in place. A huge plus for me. So now, the cons. This is pretty much going to be nitpicking here because these shoes are great as it is. However, here are my thoughts. I would have liked that these shoes, or perhaps the next models, bring back the same comfort and responsiveness as the first two HOVR Sonic models. I don't know, they just felt soft and extremely comfortable, quite similar to the way the HOVR Phantoms felt. The padded tongue is a plus for me, but I did like how the second model of the HOVR Sonic had a blend of sock-like fitting with a padded tongue. Perhaps bringing that combo back would be nice. I think the weight of these shoes are okay, but I wouldn't mind them being a bit lighter either. Not sure how or where that may occur, but perhaps reducing the foam thickness, kind of like how they did with the Velocity 2s. I've never really liked shoes that have a ton of foam in them because I have had bad experiences with my ankles rolling over, and these shoes do tend to make that happen if you're not paying attention. I do want to also point out that a common issue with these shoes are their sizing. I typically wear a size 11.5, but that size for these shoes were cramming my toes, and when I ran in them, they would hurt my big toes significantly. The size 12s do feel better on me in terms of length and width, but they do require a tighter lacing setup for that secured fit. This would also mean to perhaps include a better heel socket next time, as my heels on these shoes do slip up slightly in the size 12s than they do in the size 11.5s. Overall, the Under Armour HOVR Sonic 4s are a phenomenal shoe. They look great, they're lightweight, they perform well, and they are comfortable, especially given my current situation. I mentioned some cons, but they just weren't that big of a deal for me to not want these shoes. I gotta admit, however, that I have had all of the previous HOVR Sonic models and believe that this shoe line has not only enhanced my performances, but have also increased my intrinsic motivation for running. So all in all, in rating these shoes on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm gonna give these a 4.75. Way to go, Under Armour. That concludes this video. I hope it was helpful and finds you well. I truly do appreciate you taking the time and watching this video and supporting this channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, but till then, train intentionally with maximum effort and be one with the iron. .75. I gotta do things to wake up, man, in a good way. Like, I'm awake, but I need to wake up in here because I love what I do.